Good morning, team. Our post today is this video, and I wanted to share with you a concept. It's actually really not, it is a concept, but it's actually something that is called a tool for living, a tool for life, because it can be applied to just about any area of your life. And that tool is called reframing. It was resurfaced 3 times for me. Okay, the first time was last week, actually a week ago, when I shared with some of you, or I think I shared it on our page, that I had a terrible day of eating. And it wasn't until a conversation that I had with my niece that I understood why I did what I did. And then it was resurrected again on Monday on our team call. We had a guest speaker, Melanie Yoakum, who spoke about this tool, reframing, with relation to business. And then it was resurfaced again on Tuesday when Kelly did our nutrition post and about overeating and binging. I hate that word binging, but in any event, one of the suggestions was, one of the topics was boredom. So, I thought that this would be a really great time to talk to you about what reframing is really all about when it comes to our nutrition, when it comes to our journey, when it comes to who we are. We are human. We are made up of many, many emotions, and we cannot change that. That is who we are, and that's our characteristic. But we can certainly change the outcomes of certain situations. We have control over that. So the premise behind the tool for life called reframing is that behind every behavior, there's a positive intention. So what does that really mean? Okay, so let's use me as an example. Last week, I was eating uncontrollably, and I didn't understand why until the following day. It was all said and done, and it was a done deal. And it wasn't until I actually spoke about it that I understood that I was upset and emotional over Kelly's friend, Shan Eileen, who most of you know is at Sloan and is not doing well. So I said, this would be a really great topic for us to talk about, because I think that, again, we are who we are, and sometimes things happen, all right? Reframing is about taking a situation, the frame around the situation, and changing it. Because if you do that, then the picture is entirely different. So let me explain to you. Let's take, because there's a lot of, I'm going to list some emotions, okay? There's a lot of emotions that get the better of us. There's anger, there's boredom, there's even happy, there's sad, okay? One of the emotions, sorry you can't see that, one of the emotions that gets the better of us is stress, and being tired, all right? So I'm going to use stress, all right? So around this picture, okay, I'm faced with making a decision about an apple or a Big Mac. And I'm stressed because I just got a phone call that I have a deadline that I have to meet, and I don't have any of the work done. All right. So the frame around this picture now becomes stress. 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 You get it. Okay, so I'm stressed, and what am I going to do? I'm going to eat that Big Mac. All right, so I'm sorry. So that's what I did. I ate the Big Mac. Now, There was a positive intention behind that behavior. And what was it? I was trying to relieve stress. All right. I was trying to be comforted. And because I have a deadline and I don't have anything done. So this might not be such a great example, but when you are stressed, and it doesn't have to be that particular situation, but when you are stressed, all right, in order to change this picture of how we behave, we need to change that frame. So here we are, all right. So now if we had an interactive call right now, I think we could all brainstorm and find out how do we relieve stress, all right. There are lots of different ways we can relieve stress. I'm going to come up with a few solutions, but you know, the setting needs to be appropriate. I know a lot of you are teachers, so I'm going to come up with a solution. How do I relieve stress? Well, I can take a bath. Obviously, if you're in school, you can't do that. All right. I'm going to get a massage. Well, obviously, if you're in school, you can't do that either. Okay. I am going to read. I'm going to relax, and I'm going to read. That will relieve my stress. Okay. I might go for a spa treatment. Obviously, you're going to come up with the ways that you can, when you understand that when you're in a certain situation, if you're looking for comfort or you're looking for relief, you know, what other solutions are there besides food? All right. And unfortunately, I'm going to speak for myself. I grew up with everything that ever happened to me where I cried when I was a kid, I got rewarded with food. So the association, you know, that's a negative emotion, you know, getting in trouble and crying. I was all like, and I was always, my grandmother would always say, don't cry, Maria, have a cookie. And so subconsciously, you know, that's how I relieved myself when I was in certain situations. It was always about food. So what I hope that you have gotten from this is that you understand we are human. This is who we are. We can't change that. We can't change our emotions because none of us are cold and we don't want to be that way. But what we do need is we need to understand what our intention is behind that behavior. And when you can, it's more than just asking yourself, why am I doing this? All right. It's really understanding what you are trying to get from that food. And basically food is comfort. So you have to come up with, and if you notice, all right, this frame has 4 different suggestions. You can't just have 1 or 2. You need at least 3 to 4 because plan A doesn't work, you go to plan B. If plan B doesn't work, then you go to C and so on and so forth. You need alternate solutions because if after the second one and it doesn't work, and then you say, oh well, I guess I'm going to eat that cookie, or I guess I'm going to do, whatever with the food. So you definitely want to have more choices. The more choices, the better. And, this doesn't happen overnight. This is something that you really need to practice. And so I'm going to encourage you to, with this concept, with this thought in mind, try and reframe your behavior when it comes to using the containers, writing down and tracking your food, or in your business, understanding what challenges you're having and how can you overcome them. All right. What are you afraid of? So with that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I certainly hope that this has helped put something in perspective for you. Okay. You have a great day. Ciao, Bellas.